Okay, so basically, I think the red pill gets something very, very, very wrong. And the message is right, but the way it's delivered could drastically improve. And if you watch this video, you'll understand purpose a lot better. You'll understand what it means to kind of chase your purpose instead of women. So if you're interested in that, keep watching, okay? But for those of you who don't know what the red pill is, it's basically like, when it comes to the dating scene, things like that, it's basically just, uh, how would I put this? The red pill is basically these kind of truths. And I would define it as something that is based upon like human incentive. So like you need to give the woman incentive to, be with you. So that means improving your life in many aspects. But it can also get very, very toxic very, very quickly. And that's what I'm about to, kind of talk about. And the thing I don't like is like the red pill preaches a lot of things that I think could be good if they were worded a lot better, and they weren't coming from men who seemed as if they have very, very resentful pasts. Now that might just be an assumption, and I could be totally wrong, and I hope I am, but I'll be honest, that's just the way it seems. Here's what the issue is. A lot of men, when they watch the red pill, right, they fall into this like trap, okay? And this trap is basically you watch endless amounts of red pill videos and you watch the downfall of women happen over and over and over, and something about that just like gets you going, I guess. Not in like some weird like I don't know, some weird like gets me off kind of way, like more like, like I prey on her downfall type shit, or I'm preying on this person's downfall, and I'm glad that they did. And I was like, wait, that's not very healthy. I just kind of realized that at one point, and the way in which I realized that was when I journaled about my resentment and how when I journaled about it, it ended up being a lot about like women and things like that, and how they have it easier on the market. And then I finally understood why that wasn't the case, which was it's a whole different video, and I'll talk about that. But basically, the message that the red pill tries to get across, like chasing your purpose, things like that, they sound very good, but the problem is that these are the kind of men, whether they're resentful or not, are telling this to an audience that are very charged by resentment, okay? And what that means is they're very resentful, so they're looking for anything that they can see. They don't want to. They'll lie to themselves and say that isn't the case, and they'll say like, there's a problem within our society, things like that. And yeah, that could be true. Yeah, that I can acknowledge that can be the case, and that the expectations that some women have around men can be like completely and utterly damaging for their relationships. But at the same time, it's like you're looking for an excuse to just get, first of all, mad or excited at the fact that, a woman is suffering in some way, shape or form, whether it's like she broke up with someone or like she got what she deserved, things like that. And maybe she did, but the thing that I'm trying to tell you is that it makes you very, very resentful. And then what ends up happening is some of the messages like this is a big one, okay? Chase your purpose instead of chasing women. What ends up happening when you tell resentful men that is, instead of chasing their purpose with intent, right? Instead of chasing their purpose with intent, like they're looking at their purpose as if it's the biggest thing that they could ever do, and it's like, and it's what they need to do. Instead, they chase their purpose, but with the intent that, these hoes don't deserve me. These modern day women, they're this, they're that, all this, and just to then what, get back with the same women that they resented. And so a lot of that just like it's kind of backwards to me. and never really made sense. Because if you think about it, right, in both scenarios, imagine two scenarios. Scenario one, a man is running towards his purpose and not chasing women. Scenario two, a man is also running towards his purpose and not chasing women. Both of them look identical, right? But in one scenario, what's actually happening is the men that I'm trying to, raise within our community, the brotherhood, is chasing your purpose with intention. So when this man is running towards his purpose, literally think about purpose as if it's like a physical destination. So like think of point A as like women, point B as purpose. So this man is running towards point B, but he's running towards point B because that is what he intends on doing, and he actually thinks that, him pursuing this will add on to the greater good of all humanity. Whilst the other one is what the red pill is, and I think it looks something like this. It's like this man is giving off the illusion of running towards his purpose, but what he's actually doing is trying to get away from, these women. He's not really chasing his purpose with intention. He's kind of just trying to like run away from women. And the reason you might think, well, like, why would they be doing that? First of all, like, a lot of them on a surface level think, screw these hoes, they're all this resentment and shit. But the second level is that, they want to give off the illusion of men who are busy and seem as if they're chasing their purpose just so they can attract the very women that they resent. And that's what's so backwards about it. And when I cracked that, I was like, holy shit, that was me. And I was like, wait, what's the healthy way to do this? And I actually started to try seeing what my purpose was. And, people talk about finding their purpose in the red pill, but it's kind of funny that they never kind of tell you how that works or like how to go about doing that. And it's like, what is the thing that you could do right now, or you could start right now, assuming you cut out all the BS excuses about how you can't start that thing? What is the thing you could do right now that could actually add on to the greater good of humanity, and it is something that you actually want to do, and you care to do, and you care to get good at? Because there's a good likelihood that you'll be better at it if compared to the version of you who wouldn't want to do that thing, So for example, people might think, well, that could be anything. That could be like starting a YouTube channel. That could be like boxing. And people are like, oh, how does that help the greater good of humanity? Is because you learn the principles, you learn like how to fight and things like that. And you can protect your woman, you can protect your children, things like that. So that kind of adds on to the greater good of humanity in some manner, even if it's like by the smallest metric possible. Like if you have people doing that by the millions, it's like, that's going to make a big difference. So yeah, I just thought I'd bring that up because it's a very, very interesting concept, and I think a lot of you will benefit off of knowing what I just said, because it gets very, very confusing to know whether you are actually chasing your purpose or like BSing yourself in your mind and telling you that you are, but you're actually not, and you're just being resentful, and you're and then you go right back to improving yourself only because you want to attract. And there's nothing wrong with improving yourself because of women. Let me get that straight, because that's a biological like attraction kind of thing, and it's also like it's evolutionary psychology. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that, especially wanting to get better for like your wife. I would say that's a better way to put it. Not women, mostly like your wife. The backwards mentality for me is like, you're running away from these hoes, and you're doing it because you don't like them, but then you're also running away from them to give off the illusion of a busy man. And even if you are, pretend as much as you want about trying to pursue your purpose, you're still going to end up trying to attract the same women that you resented. So it's like a whole loophole of just bullshit, So if this video helped you understand some of that a lot better, let me know, and let me know what your thoughts on that are, because that's just kind of my mentality when it comes to the red pill. There are some good stuff in there. I won't lie. There's some good things in there, but like, you do not want to get trapped into that loophole, because it just makes you into the kind of person that kind of just has no real like love and affection in their heart, and I don't think it can really turn you into the kind of man that is capable or worthy, in my opinion, of raising children, let alone being like married, I guess, you know. So I mean, yeah, even in the red pill they preach against marriage and shit, some family values, which again I disagree with a lot of it, and we can sit down here and talk about how I disagree with like this, that, and that. But at the end of the day, my view is a very like not blue pill, not red pill. You know, you're not getting used by anybody, and you're not pedestalizing people for utterly no reason, just for the sake of the fact that they exist. But you aren't also like a complete and utter ass to them, which I know in the modern society, like I'm gonna just be honest, like degeneracy has consumed our minds into like, how would I say this? First of all, trying to make trauma this thing that is, I don't know, how would I say this? Popularized on TikTok, and like it's like a flex almost. Really weird to me. Same thing with like finding really, really, I don't know, douchey guys and things like that. Things like I'll never understand, but and I used to still not understand. But at the end of the day, like uh, it's like I'm speechless. I don't really even know what to say, you know? Like I'm just in that middle ground where I'll respect myself, and I also respect like family values and things like that, and I just want to get to a place where I can uh, raise kids and be like a respectable father for most most of my children and things like that. And you know, if that's not you, that's fine. You know, it is what it is. Like I'm not just you could go elsewhere if you're part of the red pill and shit and you just want to bang hoes. You can go elsewhere. Same with you if you're blue pilled and you really like, you know, you just want to worship this woman that really doesn't give a fuck about you, but that's fine with me. But yeah, I just thought I'd bring that up. I know I just went to a whole different like universe there, and most of you watching me know that that's kind of just what I do. But yeah, think on that. Like, are you actually chasing your purpose, or are you just doing it to attract the same women that you resent? Like, just be honest with yourself. And how do you find it? Well, like, write it down. Like, what are the things you're genuinely interested in that you'd actually want to do that would help the greater good of humanity in some way, shape, or form, you know? So, yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much all I got for y'all. Yeah, peace. Take it easy.